Let's just quickly chat now. Give us all the facts in 10 minutes. Go. What's today's date?
Well,
Today's date is August the 9th. Is that correct? Sunday, August the 9th. Go. 15 minutes.
yeah,
Tell
I
us
think
all
so.
about your incredible little campaign. What the election for to go forward into the main election against Susan DelBene, the deep state operative.
Yeah, so I got about 41,000 votes here, it looks like. We're going to close out at. I have no idea if that's going to be the final number because they won't claim the election is done for like 2 weeks and certify it. So that's really weird. I don't know if anybody else's states are like that. What else did you ask me?
You got to give the context. 43,000 votes in a upper middle class, highly professional electorate in Seattle, Washington, right at the heart of Boeing and Microsoft. And yet 40 plus thousand human individual adults decided that Mary Silva, who leads her number one cause, Israeli total control of critical infrastructure, databases, FBI databases, DEA databases, DIA databases, CIA databases, NSA databases, you name it, you have exposed it in the mainstream, talking directly to top Republican operatives, some hissing at you in disgust. They're freaking out. Susan DelBene is freaking out. You're contacting Thomas Massey, all the, oh, hi, Mary, yeah. No, won't say a word. DelBene is panicking. She's got Cayman Island accounts and 100 million in the bank, hanging with Microsoft and Boeing, the Democrat working class savior of working families. And you managed to get leading on 9/11 investigations. Israel did 9/11. Chris Bollin, you led on that. Nordica Friedrich, Nikki Rapana, the anti-communitarian manifesto. You led on that. You crossed cultural and political bounds, left, right, and you said, we want the damn truth. 2 + 2 = 4. Mummy and daddy have sex, create babies, get a mortgage, pay bills, normal life. Normal middle class life. You pushed that, you led on that, and you managed to get, with zero resources, literally hardly any help, you managed to get over 40,000 grown up votes in a major district. That's significant. Now, give us the numbers against Deep State DelBene.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking it up because there's like 18 million places to find it because there's no official reporting yet. But it was like 41,000 something votes.
And your last one 2 years ago was 17,000.
Like, give me any time to prepare.
Doesn't matter. Just give us the rough. Just give us the rough. The point is 17,000 votes before. Now you got over 40,000.
It's like 41,000 votes, and I have about 40,000, and she's like up to 80,000 or something. So it's like it's gonna be a fight.
She's worth $100 million. Is that correct?
It's gonna $1 million, and she entered.
How much is she worth? That cut out. It cut out.
Like
how much is she
25 million.
Tell me how much she's worth. I couldn't hear you.
$130 million.
All right. You keep cutting out strangely for some reason, but you said $130 million.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She's hanging with the Boeing and Microsoft executives. She's Deep State DelBene. She knows who you are. She knows exactly what you lead on. She won't breathe your name. And you got over 40,000 votes. That is fucking amazing.
She has her operatives all throughout the Republican Party trying to placate me, pat me on the head. She's farming us for information. And she's calling me randomly to join her on the phone town hall meetings and then not letting me ask the question publicly with the other people on the call. But then they're happy to, talk to me afterwards to see what I know. So,
Deep State DelBene, 130 million. She's got offshore Cayman Island accounts.
Yep. Sure. Well, I would say investments go through the Cayman Islands. Let's put it that way.
And there's Mary Silva spending thousands of her own money, can't get someone to hold a camera, driving for hours after work to attend meetings, hand out flyers. You've got military personnel, semi-bird, Green Berets, serving and retired Air Force general, helicopter mechanics. You've got security people who know me, JSOC, SOCOM, and these clowns don't get it. They just don't get it. Who's
Boeing
backing you?
machinists. Boeing machinists.
Yeah,
Who's
Boeing
backing me? Yeah,
machinists.
just voters. But you understand the problem.
They're like French royalty stuck in their palace. They just don't get it.
Well, they think they're above. They think they're above us, and I guess that's. I mean, we have a system. Fortunately, that gets them wrong.
You got one interview from Jeff Rense. No one would interview. Not a freaking soul. I pushed you night and day. They wouldn't say your name. They would change the subject. They would clearly read my emails and comment on everything I say except you. And Jeff Rense can't
Yeah,
wait
I
to
was.
interview you. So I'd like to know what's going on. Thank you, Jeff Rense.
He's awesome. Yeah, I mean it's wild. Now the real work begins, Brendon, because we're gonna have to really hit the ground running, get volunteers going.
So how did the structure work? That's like the pre-election thing, and that means you can run in the main general election. The primary, right?
Right. It's called the top two primary in Washington. So the top two vote getters go on to the general. So that's how they narrow down the field. So there's not too many people running in the general election. But I don't know. People have the top two primary system too, because I don't know. It's not really fair. But it's what we have.
Yeah, and I remember them saying you had to disavow me and you refused. And you said, well, what's your problem? What's your problem with him? They won't tell you the problem.
Brendon, how could I disavow you? That's impossible. I this information. You own it.
Yeah, but isn't it amazing? They know who
Nobody
I
knows it
am, but they
like
won't
you.
utter my name. I've got General Millie's JAG contacting me. I've got SOCOM, JSOC. I've got high-level intelligence operatives, ministers out of the Australia, Special Forces Commander James McMahon. I'm getting invited out with oil and gas executives, consular officials. I'm hanging with friends of the foreign minister Zarif, who currently in Iran, who's currently advising the current president. He's best in with John Kerry and Chatham House and all the globalists. I'm in Lebanon, Beirut. None of them will say my name. They just will not say my name. They will not tell you that if you're worried about Section 219 of the National Defence Authorization Act, you better watch out for the fact they're running all your electrical, power, water, you name it. You've got in front of these people's faces. You've talked to their chiefs of staffs, their secretaries. None of them will utter a word. And these are all people like Thomas Massey, pushed as the hero, Candace Owens, all of these people, Tucker Carlson. Not one of them will tell their readers the truth. They all hate the Jews, they hate Israel, but by golly gosh, ask them to tell you who runs the American water, gas, power, oil, you name it. Who runs all those industrial controller chips? They will not utter a word.
Well, I think we figured out a nice way to capital to the voters. So when the voters actually speak, that is when they have to pay attention. So
Just a matter of time, man.
they can't ignore it. They can't
The
ignore it.
Holy
Yep.
Spirit moves across the land. Participation mystique, mysterium conjunctio, the mysterious connection that connects us all, that suddenly people wake up. Pluto is in Aquarius. All the old structures come down, and they will come down faster than people can imagine. You will see heads roll, perhaps literally. Perhaps literally. You're just going to see a literal hanging out to dry of the entire network, because the people in important places, the managerial staff, those people that press the buttons, the analysts at the CIA, the FBI who do their jobs, the people at local, state, and federal counterterrorism, the people, private military contractors that have even contacted, whole ranges of people involved in the national security of the country are so disgusted and know our names, and yet these people just sit there like Ari Hoffman threatening you, putting you on a hit list for the
Right.
Mossad, a traitorous,
Right.
filthy, rat, treasonous Zionist Israeli firster, and they appear like any psychopath, totally oblivious and begging for their own self-destruction, wondering why and how
Well,
it
let
is.
the Republicans did, pushed me. So even they're, off in their own of understanding reality. It's a mess.
All right, I think that's it. We just needed the quick touching of base. I got to finish the video. Apparently, you've run out of missiles, man. Dear Lord, the World Wrestling Federation continues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk again soon. Thanks, Mary. Carry on. Great stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
What is our common bond truly? Freedom. Freedom. Without freedom, you can't be a Christian no matter what denomination you belong to. You can't be a Buddhist. You can't own a donut shop. You can't drive from here to Oregon. You can't be an American because that's what it's all about, and it's the only thing that it's all about. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's about freedom. Complete freedom.